Just Doblo, not high Doblo, as you told me a couple seconds before we came in. But we're going to be bringing you all of the action here on the BTS Smash stream for our top 24 winners matches.
So yeah, we got a great couple of sets lined up. And first off, I believe we're starting with Puppeh and KirbyKid.
Correct, and we see them right there.
There we go. And like we were talking about, they, unlike a lot of sets we have seen on stream so far, they've never played. This is the first set between Puppeh and KirbyKid.
Yeah, KirbyKid. Definitely a little bit of a Wi-Fi warrior, came up during that era. Was all obviously very good before then, but was kind of just a local farmer down in Louisiana. He really came into his own in Wi-Fi, really became more of a known quantity, and now he's got the opportunity to travel out of state, places like here at Just Roll With It. We'll see if he can take on one of MDVA's finest in Puppeh, PGR pre-quarantine, and still holding down that top player status since then. Now starting off with a pretty nice Squirtle combo to even up that damage.
So yeah, this is definitely going to be a matchup that's definitely going to be interesting to watch. We don't see K-Rool representation starting to increase a bit more at the top level. He's definitely one of the characters that you're not going to see like every bracket with someone like Wolf or Roy. But seeing this, it's definitely Pokemon Trainer. Obviously, I believe they're going to have the advantage a lot. However, K-Rool's snowball effect is massive. Just being able to get confirms with the Crown, the Blunderbuss, Dare combos, Berry, whatnot. It's going to be very interesting to see how Puppeh looks to adapt to all this. And we have 3 different Pokemon to work with here.
We already see KirbyKid doing a really good job of just using that Crown not only as a mid-ranging spacing tool, but as a sort of discouragement for Puppeh to come in. Because early on in Stock 1, we saw Puppeh get a huge combo with Squirtle. So then KirbyKid just backed off towards that corner, started using the Crown, saying like, hey, I'm just going to armor through whatever you throw at me. And eventually, you're going to get hit by the Crown into the up smash confirm. He found it there. And now Puppeh is already at 80%. KirbyKid, like you said, snowballing with this lead right now. Up smash not going to do it either.
So yeah, just trying to track him throughout the air. He's going to turn around, get the grab. Up throw. Excellent DI from KirbyKid. Not able to stay out of stock. K-Rool he's massive in the counter dodge.
He tried to reverse the counter to guarantee the KO, but Puppeh was just a little bit too low, and the fair from Zard is finally going to do it. Gets up to enough rage, but KirbyKid right off the Angel platform and back to swing, and that's going to be a back throw. That should be the stock, and indeed it is. Puppeh on the back foot, not having a great time.
There we go. There we go. Squirtle combos, just trying to get the up air, double up air to up tilt to double up air. Misses a lot of damage being racked up. However, K-Rool is, like we've been saying, he is a massive boy. He has got a lot of weight there. And one thing we're going to be seeing a lot right there is going to be using that side B, that Crown, because there is an immense amount of armor throughout pretty much the entire duration. And you got to hit him with a super strong move in order to knock him out of that, or just disengage and try to look to punish other ways.
He armored through falling up air. I didn't know belly armor was that strong.
Wait, Ivysaur's? Oh my!
You're like,
that's insane.
Puppeh just did falling up air. KirbyKid did landing nair and armored through it. Now he's gonna be able to. Yep, that's it. That's GG. That was so good by KirbyKid, not just to catch Puppeh on the back foot after his kill confirm didn't work, just because of how K-Rool functions, but then to immediately capitalize on it by chasing him into the corner where he had gotten so much mileage throughout the set and just kill him.
Yeah, definitely interesting so far. KirbyKid, definitely working in an uphill battle in this matchup. But right there, he made it look like he knows this matchup inside and out. He was on his game, not making many errors, and his punish game just went so far, just so extensive, and being able to just, completely, like we said, snowball and just work his way to that victory. And a very convincing Game 1 victory. Here we're going to be seeing Game 2 go to Smashville. Definitely a very good pick for Pokemon Trainer here.
Yeah, I like this pick from Puppeh because it's obviously going to be less space than PS2, so it's less room for KirbyKid to play that mid-ranging game that he was doing with the Crown. And Puppeh already showing off that he likes that close-up space. Gets beat out by a little bit of the landing hitbox, but right back into the action. 69% on KirbyKid, still building. Puppeh doing a much better job here.
And definitely one thing that's going to be big here is on these edge guards, like we saw right there, Puppeh tried to go for the downer with the Ivysaur, trying to predict a fast recovery. But being able, even though K-Rool's up B goes very, very far in, his recovery is just insanely long distance. Being able to get that downer spike is going to be big for Puppeh and try to see off these stocks early before K-Rool can get a whole lot going.
Yeah, Ivysaur down air, one of the very few down airs in this game that's actually going to be able to beat out K-Rool's up B if spaced properly. Flare Blitz back to stage, but KirbyKid recognizing the bounce is going to be in a very bad spot for Puppeh, just popping out there and fairing. And despite the huge percent lead that Puppeh had built up early on thanks to Squirtle and Ivysaur, it still went the way of KirbyKid. He's got the stock lead.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, he's getting so much mileage out of this stock. Right now, if you're KirbyKid, you want I was just about to say, you want to get as much damage in as you can before your stock is taken, and right there, it would get 50%, and that's a lot for going against Pokemon Trainer, because you can just rob the stock against like Squirtle or Ivysaur, and if you're not careful, then your stock just gets deleted. And right here, we see KirbyKid going right back on the offensive, trying to keep this pressure up, and doing an excellent job at that.
Ooh, yep, forces Puppeh to go low, and then the mistake comes through. I think he wanted the tether cancel there to try and punish KirbyKid, but made a mistake in the input and just ended up going way too low and losing his stock for it.
So excellent Nair through. Neutral. Get up into the up B. And right, just like last time, we saw him even out the stocks, but KirbyKid was able to put so much mileage on him here. Yep, just trying to play the evasive game here, trying to look for their opening. Oh my god, that's a lot. That was a lot of damage.
32% already, just flashed on there by the side B. KirbyKid not showing any signs of stopping soon. Looks for the down tilt to pop him up. Doesn't get it. Stays in shield. Knows that the falling up air is a pretty big threat. Gets the jab too. The onslaught just does not stop.
Yeah, Puppeh's definitely got to be mindful of these returning crowns, because right here, if KirbyKid lands a returning crown, that is an up air, that's an up smash, and that is a stock and a game 2 victory for KirbyKid. He's got to be just very careful.
Could be the stock here.
I was expecting it down there, just try to catch KirbyKid off guard.
KirbyKid trying to use the Nair to belly armor through this combo, but it's actually getting caught. Puppeh's figured out the timings, it seems like, so he's learned how to wait through them. Back throw in the center stage, not going to be enough to KO, so KirbyKid's going to have to find another option, but it's going to be the dash attack to beat up the get-up.
Sealing it again in that very fashion, getting that dash attack. This time, in the first game, it was Puppeh retreating to the corner, and KirbyKid catching him with the dash attack, but right there catching his, I believe that was a jump get-up, and just, there we go, just sealing out game 2, and right now, KirbyKid is looking very on point, and like we said, he definitely knows what he's doing here, so this is looking very good for KirbyKid. However, we know Puppeh, we've seen him compete for years. Definitely can stay calm and reserved in these moments and can definitely make an epic comeback here, and I believe it's doable.
Would have to be a reverse 3-0, and so far it seemed that KirbyKid has had pretty solid control over the pace of the game, because it's been Puppeh getting these big damage combos, because that's kind of just how PT works. But every single time KirbyKid gets one singular hit, he transforms it into so much more, and we've seen so many examples of that. We might have seen one there, but Puppeh is able to escape thanks to the low percent.
And that is definitely something that separates like the good from the great and the great from the best, is how far can you push your punish game. Because any character can land a straight hit, but how far you push it and what you do with it is what makes a big deal. And like you said, every time KirbyKid just lands a straight hit, they're able to convert to 30, almost 40%, nearly every single time, which is massive against a player of Puppeh's caliber.
And especially with how strong K-Rool's straight hits are, he doesn't even need those conversions, especially at higher percents, because those straight hits are just going to start KOing by themselves. Doesn't need to lead them into confirms. That's going to be Crown going away for a little bit, though. Puppeh needs to take advantage of it because it even respawned off stage. That's even longer without Crown again. KirbyKid, he's lacking one of his major tools in neutral. Puppeh realizes this, finds that trap, gets the KO. First time he's been in the lead in terms of stock so far this set, I believe.
Oh, there it goes. Like those straight hits, that Nair into the fair did so much damage. It was able to start bringing KirbyKid back into this. And oh god, just the pressure from Puppeh is insane right here.
He did it again.
I cannot believe how strong that armor is. It is so strong.
The belly armor definitely got a couple buffs as the game moved on in its patch life cycle. That time it's not going to save.
Oh,
it will save.
Oh my gosh, that recovery is
down
that's
throw,
an
up tilt should be it. No, KirbyKid didn't recognize that Puppeh wasn't going to mash, so he didn't do the up tilt. It's just a little bit of a longer route to the KO, though, as the F tilt, without much further ado, takes the stock.
And something right there that we just saw there from KirbyKid.
Oh my
he was
god.
able to space that fair in such a way, so when Puppeh up smashed out his shield, thinking that KirbyKid was going to drift in, he's able to capitalize on so much damage. And this string has been huge. 65 unanswered % from KirbyKid. And oh gosh, this is almost back to even.
Down throw up B should do it, and indeed it does. So Puppeh holds on to that lead that he built himself thanks to how well stock 1 went. KirbyKid, he's clawing this back. He's not going to let it get away from him this easily. He's not going to let that reverse sweep get started if he has anything to say about it. This time, Puppeh yet again doesn't mash, and KirbyKid falls for the mix-up again.
There we go, though. The stomp knee, the downer to the up air, hitting
I don't know if that's
with that mask.
quite stomp knee.
It's stomp knee. Anything with a down air to a strong move is a stomp knee.
All right, fair enough. KirbyKid
I
takes
didn't believe
74%, air dodges
That's
upwards,
it.
and yup. That's the trap that Puppeh always wants people to fall for. Uses the water gun on Squirtle to push them out farther off stage, baits them into the air dodge, and then it's just the gotcha. Runs off stage, dares with Ivysaur, and secures the stock and the game. This is, you were talking about at the start of a potential comeback.
I would say, and something that was insane, one thing that we emphasize is that one thing that's always big in any set is sealing out stocks, especially as early as you can. KirbyKid died at, I believe, 50 to 60 on that last stock. That was massive.
Yeah,
for
definitely. All the stocks that were taken by Puppeh that game were Puppeh just baiting KirbyKid into a situation he didn't want to be in, whether that's in the corner, off stage, and then capitalizing on it early. The first 2 games, KirbyKid lived an inordinately long amount of time. He was like surviving to 150, 160, and Puppeh has definitely realized, yeah, it might sound simple on the surface, but your opponent living that long is very bad. You need to kill them early, especially when they're a character like Rool.
And I think we're seeing KirbyKid. He took that last game personally. He is on a tear right now, 122%, almost dying to the blunderbuss with Rool.
Oh, wow!
From downtown. That nair into the blunderbuss was insane. That's going to seal out the stock there for KirbyKid, and only had 22% taken on him. And right there, we're going to see Puppeh trying to make that percent up.
Yeah, the extra fact that KirbyKid ran it back to Smashville is even weirder because Puppeh, it's very clear it's the stage he wants. He ran KirbyKid to it twice in a row when he was losing. KirbyKid loses one game and says, you know what, Smashville ain't that bad, let's run it back.
I think that could also excellent reflect there with from the Vine Whip, and I think with the counter pick idea is this is a excellent. There's a K-Rool who I play against quite frequently here in Carolina, Mr. Ramadan, and we were talking about like stage list favoritism and stuff. K-Rool this is one of his best stages. You know, because like we were talking about earlier, you know, he's got does have a little bit of less space to roll around, but it's also more space that K-Rool can keep under control and able to get mad confirms out of the.
Ooh. That's going to be the stock. Puppeh doing the Ivysaur classic. We've seen it 1,000 times. Just hanging out underneath the stage. If your opponent isn't careful with where they're positioning or where their shield is, they're going to get caught by that Vine Whip, phasing through time and space to hit you in the butt.
There you go. Excellent counter there from KirbyKid. KirbyKid's been using a lot of these counters, and counter is something that people either see a lot in top lane or almost not at all, but right here, KirbyKid is making excellent use out of it. He did kind of get to backbar on him when he tried to reverse it, but right there, it's just going to be saying, this option is here, and I will threaten it. You just have to be wary about it.
Puppeh catches KirbyKid going low using the crown, gets the tipper back air, secure the stock relatively early. At 150, though, it's definitely not going to be long for this world. So we're down to the last stock, and this is Puppeh's potential last chance to stay in winners.
There we go, laddering KirbyKid right there, just trying to rack up as much damage as possible. And here we're going to see KirbyKid trying to do the same thing, backdoor him off stage, trying to look for an early stock here, and KirbyKid is out for blood. He wants it over.
Despite the frequency that Crown's been used compared to Blunderbuss, it really does feel like Blunderbuss has been the bane of Puppeh's existence. But off stage, once again, KirbyKid goes lower than Puppeh can comfortably reach, so he's able to make it back to stage. And now he's set up shop underneath the Smashville platform. It's so hard for Charizard, especially with that like slightly slower airspeed, to get around and underneath when there's so many things with armor being thrown out. Speaking of things with armor,
the back air!
KirbyKid's not able to get past that back air. He's sent deep off stage once again. How does he get back here? It's going to be up B.
Oh, the armor! So this is going to be an up throw. This may be it.
It is.
Kill Spark.
Right? No!
The excellent DI from KirbyKid. He is still alive. The armor! It's so strong. The armor is so powerful.
Puppeh's shaking his head. There's like been 5 things that should have killed, but it's finally going to be the up throw. The first one, or the second one, while it should have been the first, and Puppeh just leaning back, breathing a sigh of relief after that. I can't believe he lived so much. He lived up throw, up smash too, that he armored through the first one with Nair. The back air, he just kept it. He was like, I got a belly, you're not getting in.
They buffed that armor for some reason. Multiple times over the past 3 years, they have buffed that armor. And we see KirbyKid just like, yep, thank you, Sakurai. Just giving
Smashville again.
Wow. There we go. This is our game 5. Potential reverse 3-0 for Puppeh here.
This would be huge for Puppeh moving into top 8 after having a reverse 3-0 on a player as strong as KirbyKid.
Once again, that counter coming out, just trying to let Puppeh know, like, trying to ward him away from maybe untrue combos and just like, you're only going to get your guaranteed %. You are taking this back.
Yeah, for a character as heavy as Rool, that counter's a pretty fast get out of jail free card. It's kind of reminds me of Incineroar Revenge.
That dash attack hit the ledge. That is.
So I knew dash attack hit ledge.
I didn't think it would kill.
I wasn't surprised at dash attack beating ledge hang. I was surprised at Puppeh dying there. I think that might have been a little bit of DI shenanigans going on.
I didn't think it would hit that because like certain characters' ledge hangs are different. I didn't think that was gonna hit. Oh my goodness.
I think the only ledge hangs that Rool dash attack doesn't hit off the top of my head are like Sonic, Ganon, and maybe a couple others.
Yeah.
I don't. KirbyKid, he's angry.
He wanted this set over 2 games ago. He is out for blood. He wants this to be done. KirbyKid is looking at a potential 3-stock over Puppeh here. Oh, but there we go. I had to say something.
You had to
say something.
But now KirbyKid definitely saying, like, I wanted my break before top 8 starts in a couple hours. I wanted to go maybe get some food. We should have been done with this a while ago, but you insist on continuing to play this.
That armor! And the hitbox is so active after the armor. This could be it.
This could be curtains right now. Puppeh swapping onto the Charizard. The
armor
fly is going to armor through the falling Nair.
There is so much armor going on. Oh, there we go. The back air, both on last stock, but Charizard is on 134. But Charizard is definitely heavy. Puppeh is definitely wanting to just work with the stock here. The up smash.
Landing fair. KirbyKid sends Puppeh off stage again. He's done such a good job of getting back on stage past what KirbyKid's been throwing at him, but he falls for the classic bait. It's not enough to KO, but it still keeps him in that terrible cornered situation. The blunderbuss connects, and it's still not enough. No rage on KirbyKid means no kill quite yet for the K
back
roll.
throw?
Back throw, back air! And Puppeh
reverse 3-stock!
catches it out!
Reverse 3-stock on game 5 from Puppeh. What an excellent showing. Oh my gosh, both of these characters. Wow.
I saw that back throw happen, and I'd seen it 1,000 times before. I knew it was coming. Puppeh closes it out, pops off, and moves on to top 8.